Hey.
Hey, gotcha.
Hey, Rob. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. So I'd like to welcome everybody back from family reunion, which I don't know about you, but it was one of the best family reunions I've had so far.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, it was great. And so we're here live with Robin Phillips. And Robin, tell everyone what market you serve.
I'm in general Charleston area, which is huge. It's 2 hours from one end to the other. So we service everything from Allendale all the way down to Johns Island.
Nice. And how long have you been a realtor?
Just 6 years.
Okay, well, not just. That's a good amount. You've survived. And so then tell us about your family.
So mother of two children, one 18, the other is 16, going on about 25. So
Right?
it's definitely been a challenge.
Sure.
Yeah, been married for 20 years.
Very nice. Very nice. And Robin, we've chatted a little bit prior, and you have an amazing story. And I can't wait for others to learn a little more about that. And so we're going to just dive right into that, if you don't mind. So take us back to, you started out, what did you do prior to real estate?
Well, I actually started my career in a Fortune 500 company, and I was only there for a couple of years, worked internationally a lot, and met my husband on vacation and ended up owning a resort in the Bahamas on a very tiny little island, and did everything from real estate to managing docks to property management to actually a hydroponic lettuce farm as well.
Mm-hmm. Which is all super cool. I mean, you hear about things like that and it's like, wow, can that happen to me on vacation? And so I want to go on that vacation, right? And then, just go on vacation, and before you know it, own a lettuce hydroponic farm, right? And so anyway, so then you somehow got into real estate. What does that look like?
Well, you know, everyone dreams of owning a resort in the Bahamas. I can't even tell you how many people I talk to that are like, oh, I would love to do that. That's amazing. You must sit up under a palm tree all day. And, you know, and it's so less glamorous than that. So, you know, we worked, 16 to 20-hour days. It was incredible. And we lived on an island 3 miles long and a mile wide. And you can imagine the educational system there was lacking,
Wow.
to say the least. So we threw a dart at Charleston, truly, and said,
Wow.
we have to move somewhere. Why not Charleston? And to be honest with you, we met some people down at the resort that were from Charleston. They were the only people that helped my husband with 100-pound bags of saccharin off of the boat, onto the dock, onto the mule, and up to our house. Just came walking right down from having lunch. And my husband said, well, where are you guys from? And they said, we're from Charleston and we don't watch people work, we help. So we said,
Nice.
That sounds like a great place to live. So we chose Charleston for the academics, for our kids.
Very nice. And so you moved to Charleston, and how did you get into real estate?
Well, as you can imagine, after 16 years of running your own business in the Bahamas, that, your resume is not chock-a-block for coming to America, except for the fact that I'm an entrepreneur. So We had done real estate in the Bahamas for almost 18 years in some form or another. So it seemed a natural transition. We love serving people. We love being a part of the community. And honestly, we love hospitality and real estate. So it was an easy transition, I would say.
Okay. So you got into real estate, and then how long were you in real estate until you started doing, what did your real estate journey start to look like, Robin? And then there.
Well, I started on a team as a buyer's agent for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing Charleston, I thought that was the way to go. Quickly realized that I was not happy unless I was my own boss leading my own team. So that changed relatively quickly. And I joined Keller Williams less than a year after I was in real estate and have been with them ever since. So that was really
Great.
the beginning of my career.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then when did you start team building?
Well, I did 1 year on my own first, and that was 2014 at Keller Williams. And then in 2015, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So at that point, I had started a team, hired an administrative assistant, and my husband was working with me as well. So it was it was barely a team, but it was a team. And at that point, I was down for the count. So for most of 2016, I was healing and doing those types of things. So in the process, we continued to build a team, hired showing assistants. And then this past year, we've really rocket launched. So we doubled our business in last year and hired a whole bunch of people. So it's been an upward climb after cancer.
Because that's what I want to go back to. I want to focus on your numbers, your healing, and where you are now.
Okay.
Because it's so important. So in 2015, what was your volume?
2015 was right around 5 million.
2016, what was the volume?
So in 2016, I only worked for 4 months, but we managed to close nearly 6 million.
And then 2017, what was the volume?
2017 was almost 10.
All right. So what year were you diagnosed?
Late in 2015.
Mm-hmm. And then 2016, what did health look like?
Things were pretty bad. I mean, I'm sure no one wants the gory details, yet it was a huge challenge. As in a lot of surgeries people go through, things go wrong. And we had a lot of things go wrong, and it was nobody's fault. So it was not the surgeon. It was nothing. It was just things happen. And yeah, so it was a very challenging year. One of the most challenging of my life, from nothing else, Claire, than a mindset perspective of trying to stay positive and focusing on the silver linings, the things that are going to grow my family, keep me happy and healthy, and keep me moving forward. Because as you can imagine, in real estate, without a team, you are the real estate team, and if you're not working, no money's coming in. And when no money's coming in, the stress is on you. And when the stress is on you, you're not healing. So it was a huge mindset piece for me, and challenging all around, health and mental health.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's truly your cells eavesdrop on your thoughts. 100%.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you how much of part of my life bold has always been. In fact, we have the bold laws sitting on the wall in our office and in the wall in our kitchen. And my children read them. I read them. My mother reads them. She's never even been to bold. So yeah, bold is always been a big mindset piece.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's extremely important to note that we juggle a lot. We juggle a lot of balls in the air, just as moms, as entrepreneurs, as business owners, and then you throw in a health issue in there. And then it becomes even more complicated. Robin, but your journey, you've done it with grace. And that is something that is even more admirable, but is even more difficult. And so thank you for being that example. So just to recap, 5 million and a late diagnosis that year, 2 children, 16, struggled with health, healing that year, but yet increased production.
Yeah.
Okay. And then 17, you went into remission. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. And doubled production.
Yes.
Yes. And now share your 2018 goals.
2018 goals are 27 million in production. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be honest and say we are completely not on track for that. Yet we know.
Okay.
Well, that's always the next question from your coach, right? What's your goal, and are you on track for that?
And how does that look for you right now? Yeah.
So the good news is we know exactly how we're going to get there, and
there you go.
who we're going to hire, in what order, what systems. And you know, I'm reading a fantastic book, Good to Great, and they always say, you know, get the right people on the bus, then put them in the right seat, and then figure out where the bus is going. So we're in that process of making sure we have the right people on the bus. And I think it's going to make all the difference. Say again?
I said, it sounds like you're driving the bus the right way. So that's what matters.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
And so what's also important to me is that you have really done a lot of leadership in your office. You've been very instrumental with culture within your office, in your market center. And I want you to share a little bit about that. So tell us about the masterminding sessions that you've orchestrated.
So clearly in Keller Williams, we all say together we achieve more. So, and that could not be any truer than in our office. We have the best team. We work together and support each other, whether we're on competitive listing appointments or not. So honestly, I took the opportunity to create two masterminds, possibly a third, one for team building, because everyone builds a team a different way. I know we all have the MREA and we think it's this flat line journey, yet it looks more like the squiggle line. So we're all over the place. So we keep each other accountable, and we also mastermind on what the best steps and moves forward are. We have also started an admin mastermind for the administrative staff in the office, and have gotten some of the admin from the big teams to come in and help direct some of that. And as always, everyone's happy to help, happy to share, happy to just collaborate. And it's the best feeling in the world to wake up and know you're going to work with just a bunch of rock stars who are supporting you.
Yes, with a huge wealth of knowledge.
Oh my gosh. Yes, absolutely.
How many are in your market center?
362.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. And we are so blessed in our market center. Of the top 10 agents or teams in Charleston, we have 3 of the top 10 in all of Charleston in our office. So
that is fantastic. Y'all are rocking.
I know, we are so blessed, and they'll share anything, anytime, anywhere. So yeah.
Doesn't that make you, it just warms your heart, doesn't it? I mean, it makes you so happy to be a part of this company and in this culture.
It is. And I don't know any place else that I would have the opportunity to be alongside such tremendous people that are willing to share their wealth of knowledge, which makes me want to give back that much more, because you just want to pay it forward.
Right. So where are you choosing to give back at a higher level, Robin?
So the 2 things that I'm doing, the one that's closest to my heart, which is completely not finished at all, is my son is autistic. And I have been, over time, putting together a team of people who are kind of the best resources in Charleston for autistic children. And I think anyone who moves to a new city that has an autistic child, their biggest fear is, who do I go to for help? Who are the best people? And that to me has just been a huge benefit. And I seem to attract clients with autistic children, and have networked in those fields as well. So to me, that's near and dear to my heart. The other thing I do is I work for small businesses, and I highlight a small business locally that does not have enough money to really advertise. And as you well know, the real estate community is massive, and our contact list is massive. And if I can help a small business owner that doesn't have the marketing dollars to spread the word, really get the word out, and create that network of people, then I really feel like I'm able to benefit them.
Absolutely. So you're leveraging others with their big why.
Beautifully said.
I've practiced that a little bit.
It shows.
And that's part of my passion as well, is leveraging others with their big why. But I have a passion for women and leveraging them and their big why. So yeah. And so, Robin, you have leadership written all over you. And I know I've said that to you before, but I earnestly mean that. And so you are a woman to watch. And I can't wait to watch you and see where you go, even within your own market center and then beyond, because your growth is amazing just over the last couple of years. And I'm so glad to have an opportunity to see you, to hear you, to know your story, and then to have the opportunity to watch you soar. So thank you so much for unpacking your toolbox today and helping us see your journey a little bit more clear.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And this forum is wonderful because being a mom and a business owner together is extremely challenging, and we fail all day long. And it's good to have a community of people. I call it flirting. So you're flirting forward, and it's nice to have a community of women that are supportive, because every day is not rose petals. So particularly with children. So thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. It's my joy. I don't think people understand how much it fills my cup, and my cup runneth over. And so it's not always, I call it cupcakes and sunshine and lollipops, and it's not always done that way. And I tell my kids that. Funny, because they've started repeating it to one another. When one of them gets in victimhood, the other one will say it to the other. It's not sunshine and lollipops today. And it's really awesome when they start doing it to themselves, and I don't have to say a word.
That's truly self-taught, Claire. That's awesome.
Just rocking it like that in the back seat. It's just great.
I love it. I love it.
I appreciate so much, Robin. I can't wait to see you again, and keep me posted. I want to know the numbers, because we've got some that we all really need to bottle up and sell. So thanks so much, babe.
Thank you. Take care.
Okay. You too.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.